Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. Sarah and Sarah here, y'all.
We're here, and we are queer. That's a fact.
Yes.
But today's kind of a serious video, a little bit. Hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm just editing the video now, so I've already edited it, but I wanted to add that the biggest thing for this story is I just want to make sure the women who contracted COVID are healthy, are going to recover, that they stay healthy, that they're able to make a full recovery, and that they're okay. That's the number one thing. And I also just want to say, these players who made these decisions, whether or not like some of their travel was essential or whatnot, that they made a decision. I don't begrudge them. I don't think they're bad people. I don't like the whole mob mentality thing where, it's just let's go to their Twitters and Instagrams. That's not really what I don't think that's helpful. But I also want to say that we wanted to talk about this story because it's such a major story in the WSL right now, and it affects all the players and teams we like. So we did want to talk about it. But like I said, it's, none of these women are bad people. They all made a choice, and that's about it. And I just want them to get healthy, truly, sincerely. That's what me and Sarah want. And so I just want to say that before we even get started on the video. But tell me what you guys think down below as well, and we can all say it in a respectful way, you know what I mean? Okay, thanks so much. I mean, not the most serious video, but it's pretty serious.
Yeah, we got some things to talk about.
Yeah, it's a very, and obviously you'll see from the title, it's just a very frustrating topic. It's a very frustrating video. And I mean, we're going to be as, fair. Respectful and fair, because this isn't a mob mentality thing. I don't think people should do a mob mentality, go to the people's Instagrams or whatnot. Right. I don't even think we're going to necessarily, a lot of these players weren't even named, to be honest. So we don't even have 100% the facts of who it is. But the result was all the same. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about our enemy, the COVID virus.
The Grim Reaper. It comes a knocking if you're naughty.
Yeah, I think if you're naughty.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I think going into the holiday season here, Thanksgiving to Christmas, and just Christmas in general around the world, or, holiday season, that we were all told this is going to be a really huge spike in cases because people are going to go places. They're going to see their family. Yeah. And I know everywhere has been warned, this is going to be a Christmas where you're just shouldn't be going to see your family. It sucks, but
sorry, the world's different for a little bit, okay?
It sucks, but you really should not be going to see, even if you think it's one family, if that family has someone who's working outside the home or is someone who just has to go to work, you know what I mean? It's just, you're coming in contact with 20 more people than you think you're coming in contact with.
Right.
So, I mean, that was, especially in America, they said, don't go see grandma for Thanksgiving. Don't go see grandma for Christmas.
Americans, they've got to see their grandmas.
Out to grandma's house we go. So
Frickin'
that was
grandma.
The lead up to what we knew Christmas and Thanksgiving were going to be.
There's people who go home every holiday, and they couldn't go home this year, Yeah. But a lot of people still did.
Yeah.
I have friends, well, one friend that I talked to.
In particular, yeah.
one friend that did go home for the holidays. We did not go home. We never really go home. So sorry.
And that's kind of one of the things I want to say. As much as these players had a responsibility, we also know people in our life who decided to get together with people. I mean, I'm sure everyone listening to this knew people who, got together. I'm sure some people listening to this got together with people. So, I mean, this isn't something where anyone's on a pedestal in a way. I will say, I think these players had more of a responsibility, not only to their teammates, but to be a professional athlete. You know what I mean? I think when you're a professional athlete, you do have a bigger responsibility for not just yourself, but the greater good of health. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. So right now, as it stands, Man City, 4 players have tested positive.
Oh, boy.
Arsenal,
My head is in my hands.
I know. One player has at least tested positive.
Oh, jeez.
Also, Man United, there's 100% reports that a few of their players were in Dubai, at least one, if not two. And also Alex Morgan has contracted COVID, and she put out her own statement. So we're going to start with Man City. I'm going to have Sarah read this. So we're going to read a little bit about, and the situations are different. One team had permission. One team did not have permission to fly.
Oh, snap.
But the result was still the same.
4 Manchester City women first-team players have tested positive for COVID-19 after traveling abroad during the Women's Super League Christmas break with the club's full permission. The unnamed quartet strange word to use, but okay, they're a singing quartet, I guess, were all in Dubai, which was among the countries with a permitted travel corridor to the United Kingdom, and their journeys were made while Manchester was under Tier 3 restrictions. That meant that overseas travel was permitted under government rules, albeit not advised.
Okay, so based on that, 4 of the players went with their club's full permission. I do think that means something. You know, do I think it means everything? No, I still think they should have stayed home.
Well, so they just went for like a holiday, right?
It seems like it. It seems like a couple of the players who went maybe said, because there was a couple players who went to different locations and they said, oh, it's for business, but a few people posted pictures that did not look like it was business.
Yeah, but if you're doing business or whatever, you still can post fun photos, right?
I think it's a bad look. I don't think so. I think it gives people the idea.
Okay, I guess if they're professional athletes or whatever.
And there's been some players throughout the league who were going places for business who either posted pictures. And I think with Zoom and everything, I don't think that was, if they were going to go, it should have been, A, you shouldn't have posted any pictures, and B, with Zoom and everything, especially how serious it is right now, they should probably not have gone. And also, I know that there was rumors depending on what floor players they are. I've heard the rumors. I mean, if you do a quick Google search or a quick Twitter search, you can find it. I'm not going to say the players because I don't think that's really helpful right now. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because it might not even be the players, so I don't want to give false information. And B, it's the idea.
We report facts here, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, occasionally.
So, Man City, they had permission.
I think the only traveling that people should be doing right now is like business if they have to.
Completely essential.
Like essential, yeah.
Like life or death, I think. You know what I mean? That sounds dramatic.
Right, you're not.
But I also think for professional athletes, you know, they have responsibility for their teammates too.
Yes, teammates, exactly.
I think professional athletes are one of those things where it's not like you can wear a mask on the field. If you know, we've talked about this. When they're on the field, they're making love to each other. How close they get. You know,
yep.
You know, when they hug and everything. So it's different than if they work even in a hospital or even if they work at a grocery store or something, because you're always wearing your mask. You have such a responsibility.
Can you imagine me as a player right now? Like if I were to make a goal or something,
like don't touch me.
I know I'd be like 6 feet.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So we read that about Man City. Now we're going to read an article about Arsenal.
3 Gunners players visited the United Arab Emirates over Christmas despite London being under Tier 4 lockdown restrictions, which meant travel abroad was disallowed except for business reasons. One tested positive for COVID-19 after returning, leading to others self-isolating. Teammates are said to be angry with the trio who did not inform Arsenal before traveling to the Middle East. The club has reminded the players of their responsibilities, but have since been satisfied that the trips were made for commercial reasons.
Okay. So there, you know, it says right there, they did not get permission from Arsenal. That, the beginning seems a little bit kind of sketchy that they didn't get permission. Yeah. However, if Arsenal is saying that they're satisfied, it could be kind of a cover up. Oh, we don't want to be reprimanding in public. We're still really mad, but that it was for commercial business, for businesses. And like what this says, they went after it was Tier 4.
No, it's hard. We live in the freaking hardest times, y'all, right now.
And this is what I say, especially like for if I knew the players and I would have something to say. I have favorite players. Some of my favorite players, I know my favorite players are not perfect. I know my favorite players are going to make mistakes. I don't want to be the person who, when my favorite player makes a mistake, and then I'm the person who is saying, oh, no, it's okay. It was for this or was that. You know, I want to be fair. And I keep thinking about these professional athletes in general and specific because they're professional athletes. We keep hearing about the long-term side effects of their bodies.
That is the most terrifying thing of this stupid disease, virus,
it's
whatever.
Like your body is the one, it's like your temple. It's like what's making you money. It's what's giving you joy. And you're going to chance it by going, you know, is it really essential business? Is it, you know, the other players went,
you got to breathe when you're running on the field.
Exactly.
Okay?
So that's the part I don't quite kind of get. And the other one was there was reports that a few Man United players, at least 1 or 2, went to Dubai as well, but no one tested positive. Okay. But and the question is, well, did Casey Stoney know they were going? Did she not know they were going? And I don't think it's a good look for sport, the fact that these looked like a lot like a leisure trip. But we're going to go on to another story about Alex Morgan, who it looks like it was completely...
Visited family.
Yeah.
So Alex Morgan tweeted, a day ago, looks like, informing the public, what happened. So she says, unfortunately, my family and I closed out 2020 learning that we had contracted COVID while in California over the holidays. We are all in good spirits and recovering well. After our isolation is completed, I will follow U.S. Soccer's return to play guidelines to ensure my body is fully recovered and I can join my teammates back on the field soon. Be safe and Happy New Year.
So she tweeted that.
She outed herself.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to talk about Alex Morgan in particular because she made a post about it. So since, and I thought that was a little bit brave of her. She didn't have to do that, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, because people came for her.
She didn't have to be honest. And although I do think she made a mistake, I think there's something redeeming about her being honest,
I mean, we are all only human.
We are.
It's like, oh, if I only didn't go, if I didn't go that one place that one time, this wouldn't have happened.
Because
yeah, it happened.
I know, because if you look at Alex Morgan's Instagram, I don't know if the picture's still up. The story I'm looking at, the picture's up. It's her and a bunch of people. It looks like 3 different families are together, and it was posted December 20th.
Oh my God, my birthday! Thank you.
Bad things happen.
But also, they're like breathing each other's air, licking each other.
And Alex.
Not really though.
Everything had worked out in her favor in regards to the Olympics. It worked out. It was like a story. It was like a fairy tale for her. I'm not going to be ready for the Olympics 2020. They get postponed. And not a story in regards to COVID, but the way her journey could have been. And then to take these chances and then contract COVID, it really rubs me the wrong way.
And she just gave birth.
Yo. It rubs me the wrong way. Even though she's not perfect. I make mistakes. Sarah makes mistakes. But
Miley says, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Am I disappointed? It's just like everything was going your way, Alex, And like I said, this isn't about Alex. And the only reason we're talking about Alex in particular is because she made the post. And I do give her credit for that. But why put yourself in danger? I know you have a new baby and you want to show, everyone to meet your baby. But the vaccines are coming in less than 6 months for most people. You know what I mean? And it's not fair. You know what wasn't fair? You know what wasn't fair that, what was fair for Alex in a way of you looking at that way? The fact that she can actually go to the next Olympics. That was fair. So, take your blessings to say this happened like that. And then, but to go be with other families and it looked like there was like 3 babies in that.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if everybody who is in that picture or did everybody in their family that they visited contract COVID?
Yeah, I mean that's the question.
Or does she live in California? Is that where?
I believe they have a house there.
Home?
I think they have a house. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not the important thing. The important thing is
even if she went there,
she was around family.
She wouldn't have been. She should not have been around the families.
Yeah. So did the baby get it?
Oh God, I hope not.
That's a baby.
Babies respond a little bit better than older people, but
that's true. Babies are better than all of us.
Yeah, these players know the risks. All of them, Alex and all, they know the risks. A, why take the risks? And B, it's kind of like when we keep telling it, it's not necessarily about you, it's about other people too. So what are your final thoughts about Alex and all the players?
I mean, this is wild. And we don't want to be shaming these people. No. Because they made a mistake. What we're about.
Yeah. I think they made a mistake. And that's the thing. If they came out and the player said it was me, even if Alex Morgan said I didn't make a mistake, I would still say, Alex, I think you did. I don't think you're a bad person, but I think you made a mistake. But
my parents they hopped on a plane, went to Arizona. Yeah, went to Arizona for vacation because they bought tickets like a year ago or something. Yeah. But I'm like, you guys should cancel.
Just stay at home.
You guys should cancel.
Luckily, they didn't really see any family, so.
Yeah.
Or if they did, it went outside in the.
Yeah, and I mean, they're fine. But.
And your dad's had the shot too. But it's kind of like, why did
one shot.
I think also them being in the public eye, you have more of responsibility when you're in the public eye.
Totally.
That's like these influencers who keep working and they're having these get-togethers and these parties with each other and these influencer parties. They're like, well, I'm working. It's kind of like, well, you might be working, but why put that on social media and to encourage your young followers to say, oh, if so-and-so is out having doing something, I can do it too. If they're okay,
right,
I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I just want to say, I think these players did make a misjudgment, and I think it's just the idea of they've done it. I don't begrudge them forever. I think, and I want to. It just didn't seem necessary. That's the thing. And the team didn't have permission. Like, It just didn't seem 100% necessary because it wasn't life or death. You know what I mean?
Just
And the girls,
possibly, maybe. I don't know.
the other girls on the team, I think they were disappointed because, you know, they, like I said, they huddle, they hug.
Yeah.
So, okay. What do you guys think? Questions, comments down below. Do you think there's any reason that someone should be traveling now or no? Or do you understand? I don't think these people are bad people. I think they made a decision and
Those are
probably,
cute
I don't think it was
questions.
the best decision, but just surprising. I think it's surprising.
But also, we want to wish all these players a speedy recovery.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We
Absolutely.
hope that they're all okay. We hope and pray to God that they don't have long-term side effects. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We don't want to see people collapsing on the field. No thanks.
We hope that their families, their older, elderly families,
Yes.
getting.
We pray that everybody stays alive and well.
Yeah.
So, and keep your people safe around your area and life. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Thanks.
And bye.
Bye.